Mike, you're going to the game.
Absolutely.
Skylar, you are not, but you're tailgating?
Yeah, I'm working, and then from work, I'm going straight downtown. I'm going to plan to watch the game on my phone with a Bluetooth speaker and have like a rolling cooler so I can just like post up, sit on it, eat a chicken wing or two, and move on to another tailgate maybe.
That actually sounds like a pretty good idea.
I mean, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people just going to the game and not actually, or going to the downtown area and not going to the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And there's odds are there's definitely more than one person with a TV set up, and maybe they're making some really good food I get to try out. We'll see.
What time are you thinking you're getting down there?
Well, I mean, it depends on if people don't reserve at work. I will probably block it off tomorrow so that way I can leave at least at like 7.
Oh, okay, so that late.
I might be parking right here and walking to it. Roll the cooler all the way down from the courthouse to
That's really far. It's gonna be a mess traffic wise, so it is wise, but at the same time.
The only time I wish I had Heelys.
Or one of those coolers that have the wheels on it that you could ride.
Well, yeah, like that one motorized one, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Because I was thinking about doing the scooter ride again. Because that was fun. I had fun on that. But
that's what we're doing.
So maybe I just will bring like a small like lunchbox type cooler where it's just like 6 drinks, and then maybe throw some chicken wings in a backpack. We'll see.
My suggestion for you, as a permanent resident of the downtown area, when you are coming over this way, scope out the spots where scooters are. So you went to the courthouse one, right?
Correct.
There's some there. There's the lofts that are a couple blocks over right by the Prime Osborne. They're right underneath where the Skyway goes. There's a lot there. Scout that out beforehand, because I've made the mistake one day of just like, I'm just going to ride a scooter. And I walked out and there were none. And I'm like...
I'm assuming there's not going to be any like going into the game. After the game, for sure. Like
I'm hoping that these scooter companies are smart and they realize how crazy it's going to be and they overstock.
Yeah.
Because...
You're going into the game?
Yes, yeah. So I bought tickets. I'll be there with Kevin and Katie.
Nice.
And Alyssa and her brother.
Nice.
So we're gonna be up in the nosebleeds. Mike, where are you sitting? You're
Nosebleeds as well.
That's right. We're a couple sections over from each other.
414.
I'm 409, I think. So
if I stumble across a ticket, I'll be in the suite probably.
hey, you just saw one, right? Come across the timeline, or was it already sold?
What?
Didn't you just come across a ticket that was being sold?
Well, I'm not trying to buy one. I'm just trying to like say, yeah.
Yeah, $139
Yeah.
in nosebleeds right now.
So like my boss bought my ticket to the Dallas game, and it was $128 for standing room, and then after fees it ended up being $180.
Oh yeah, that $139 was without fees.
Yeah. So that's gonna be like $200 after fees.
And you were just saying, what was the price for that one ticket you looked at?
$139.
Or you just said it $139?
Yeah, that was the price he just said for that ticket.
I thought you said it was a higher price earlier. My bad.
No, they're definitely higher prices, but if you want to get closer to the field, you pay more.
Yes.
But that is the price of being a good team.
And the price of being probably the most important, it definitely is the most important regular season game in this stadium.
100% is.
Shit, I tried to sneak in, hop the fence.
No.
Please don't do that.
Get
Security's going to be
a lifetime ban.
Yeah. Well,
you would actually probably be banned for life, yeah. But
quickly jumping in here real quick. Welcome, everybody. It's 2023, episode 84. It is the 4th of January as we record here a couple days before Saturday's crucial game against the Tennessee Titans. As you can tell, we're stoked for it. I mean, that's what we started off talking about. We're going to talk about it some more. This is exciting. Like, I feel like we talked about this last episode. You went to some playoff games. Those are obviously awesome. You, Skylar, have you been to a playoff game or
no? But
a game of
in
this
2017, I went to when they clinched versus the Texans, and
we all three were at that one, right? That was the one we were all three at.
I think we met
up. We
up.
took the picture.
Yeah, right.
It was a blur.
Or was that the Tennessee game?
No, that was the Texans game. I remember. Yes.
I think we did it both because we have one picture of me and you when I was staying with you and I wore the Jalen Ramsey jersey. That one was downstairs. And then we have another one where we were like in the bud zone or something like that. Yeah. And the guy poked his head in the background. Pissed me off. That was such a good picture, and that guy ruined it.
Yep. But that game was over by second quarter, and I think that's the thought for this week too. That's the hope and plan. Like the team that we're playing is decimated. If we don't take care of it early, it's going to be worrisome. I think people will start to get tense and anxious. And
yes, Josh Dobbs has been named the starter for this game. Like you said, they're decimated with injuries and just being bad. So
Bro, he wasn't on the team 3 weeks ago.
he was on a practice squad. He wasn't on any team pretty much.
Former Jag. People forget.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, I think someone said that that team with Josh Dobbs, Gardner Minshew,
Nick Foles,
all of those guys were starting last week.
Yeah, but I think Nick Foles got hurt. Right?
Nick
Foles got hurt pretty bad, yeah. And
is
Kayvon Thibodeau did the snow angel dance.
He said he didn't know Nick Foles was hurt.
I mean, to be fair, he's laying on his back looking straight up.
I don't think he was paying attention to his side. He was just looking up in the sky and decided to do a snow angel.
Yeah, I don't think there was any malicious
malice,
intent there.
Yeah,
but,
Jeff Saturday's a baby for complaining about that.
See, Thibodeau said,
who is
that guy? He
So
is
he
a really good center, but yeah.
He was only good because of Peyton Manning. Let's just be real.
He had the best quarterback's
He was
knuckle.
a blocker. It's not like he was getting thrown
Peyton Manning was
passes.
telling him all the signals, I'm sure.
I love the video where it's like Peyton Manning and Jeff are yelling at the sideline, and Peyton's like, "Shut the fuck up, Jeff! Like, you just block."
That is actually one of my favorite Peyton Manning moments of all time. He got so pissed. Jeff was pissed too, because his line screwed him, didn't they?
Something like he was like, they're just not blocking. They're trying to call audibles, and Peyton's like, "Let me call the game." Like,
well, I had a different order for this episode, but might as well just keep on the Jags. So I think at some point, somehow, some way, I'm gonna try and make a TikTok, get some fans involved.
Mm-hmm.
What question should I ask them? Should I just go basic? The only question I thought of before this, because I didn't think about it much, was, do I just ask the question, what's the final score of the game?
I think you ask how deep in the playoffs we go, just to see how excited people are. I want to see how many people think Super Bowl or how many are realistic, and you try to actually plan it out.
What do you look intent over there, Mike? What are you thinking?
I don't know what you can ask people. Everyone's just gonna pick the Jaguars are gonna win. If they're going to the game, they're gonna think the Jaguars are
But
gonna win.
but that way we can, we don't get as much.
You'll get similar style responses. It'll either be like 69-0 or
Yeah, but we don't get a lot of engagement on our social. I'll freely admit that. We do it most weeks, but we get lucky if we get one, maybe two responses. This way, we could get a bunch of responses, and we could do that giveaway bag that we've talked about.
Yeah, how about we just make a poll and see, we form 3 questions. So we got the score being one question, and then how about how deep of a playoff run, and then maybe the third question be what's one team you're most scared to play against? I don't know.
Okay, I'm writing that down. Team.
What do y'all think? Those are good.
Scared to face. Hey, these are just ideas.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, of teams to face, as of right now, is it the Ravens?
Chargers.
Yes, and then it's still up in the air about the 1, 2, and 3 seed, correct?
Yes, because of what happened Monday night.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a scary. Either of you watching that live?
Yeah.
I was not. I saw a video probably 10 minutes after, and I'm like, oh. And I put on the game with Julia, and we were just watching it, and nothing happened, and yeah.
I was watching it live. You were watching it live too, Skylar?
Yeah, definitely tense, and especially I don't have any medical background or experience, but I've been in the hospital a lot in these past years, just with my family, and seeing their faces, the players' faces, and then hearing he was being resuscitated, it reminded me of I felt really traumatized from seeing my grandpa being having CPR done on him, and so obviously things are still in the loom or whatever, but hopefully he's
actually I have it here. So for those of you that don't know, there might be a few of you, I doubt it, but Damar Hamlin is a corner
safety
defensive back for the Bills.
Hamlin, not Hamilton.
Hamlin. I didn't say Hamlin.
I thought you said Hamilton.
No, I didn't. Damar Hamlin. Anyway, he was just making a routine tackle against the Bengals, and he got back up and he collapsed on the field.
Yep.
Required CPR for almost 9 minutes, Ambulance came on the field, took him off, and he's been in critical condition since. So as of 12 p.m. today, he has lowered the necessary oxygen level that they've been giving him. They had him 100% oxygen, like not 100% oxygen.
Yeah, like the machine is pumping 100% of that.
They was doing all the breathing for him.
Yep.
He's down to 50%, which is good. And it's just kind of like, I saw a tweet today saying that it was just kind of like they're showing signs of improvement, but they couldn't get into details. So we're all sitting here waiting. As Skylar said, we both watched it live. It was kind of scary. And I think ESPN did a great job in their coverage on how they handled it. They went to the studio a couple times. Booger McFarland, of all people.
I don't
actually,
think there's no real good, perfect way to handle that, honestly.
No, but they didn't just talk about the game resuming. You know, they weren't doing what Skip Bayless got so much flack for, which a lot of people didn't like.
And Shannon,
I sent that video to y'all today.
Yeah, Shannon went off of him. I mean, that was a whole mess in itself. But our prayers, our thoughts are with Damar Hamlin. If you want to help, he's got a GoFundMe for
I was just looking at that in the mountain as of right now.
Oh, well, what is it for first? Tell him what it's for.
It's
first.
for a toy drive that he had for the kids from where he's from, which is
2020 is when it started. The goal was $2,500, and where is it at now?
$6.7 million has been raised in 48 hours.
Yeah.
Or so, just under 48 hours.
That's amazing.
So yeah. And I see the top donation has been by Jim Irsay in the Indianapolis Colts at $25,003. Sheets Laundry Club.
It actually says that. That's kind of cool.
$25,003. Don't know who that is.
Why is it? Do you think he did the 3? Because
his number.
Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming.
I'm assuming that
Robert
too.
Kraft, $18,003. Matthew Stafford, $12,000. Houston Texans, $10,003. Russell and Ciara Wilson, $10,000. New Era, $10,003. Tom Brady, $10,000.
Bet you the Titans didn't do it.
I mean, it's a lot.
This has been great. I mean, everybody changed their Twitter avatar to his number and his name, or all the NFL teams did, I should say.
The response definitely has been great. The situation's not great, but
it is not.
Well,
and this is just another example of how the NFL is flawed. I mean, Zach Taylor and Sean McDermott were great in what they did. No 5-minute warm-up. I know there's been some controversy with that. Regardless, the NFL just never really handles these things very well, and I think
kind of hard to deal with. They've never. I mean, it's
agreed.
This is the first thing that's ever happened.
The first thing should have been like, there's no way we can go back out there.
After seeing the players' faces,
like after granted, it took too long, but they had to follow the protocols. I guess I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not defending the NFL, but I'm just saying it's probably a lot more than we think.
Just going back to like the faces of the players, like. Yeah, they're in no shape to do anything. So, like, I mean, obviously the people in New York are the ones making the call. They're not on the field. They see it on the screen the same way as we see it on the screen. They're not there firsthand, but you know, that's just super, super unfortunate and scary for him. And you know, we just obviously hope he is able to have a healthy life after this.
Yeah, I'm hoping very much that by next episode, all will be well again. But anyway, that's I think that's enough NFL. Besides,
do you want to preview the game? Do you just want to give a quick thought on the game, the Titans Jags? Because that, like we said, it's the most important regular season game in NFL in Jags history.
Go off. You first.
The Jags should win this game by at least 2 touchdowns. Personally, in my opinion,
85.2% chance to win.
They should win by 2 touchdowns. Now, at least 2 touchdowns, maybe 3, 4. I don't care. Put a 50 on them. I don't care.
Minus 6.5.
That's the Jags are favored by 6.5 points. Yeah.
Okay. This money line minus 267. I don't know what
so
that
you have to put $267 on the Jaguars to win $100.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
They're heavy.
That's what
they're
that
favorites.
means?
They're favorites. Yeah.
I never knew.
Dude, I always
they're
forget.
favorites. They're heavy favorites, as they should be, because the Titans have a third-string quarterback who has only thrown 1 career touchdown pass, who came to the team 3 weeks ago.
from
Yeah.
a practice squad. Not even like practicing.
Like, the Jaguars
really.
should take care of business on Saturday, clinch the division title, play host to either the LA Chargers or the Baltimore Ravens.
How funny is that LA's coming to Jacksonville for a playoff game?
Yeah, they can
That'd be
go.
awesome.
And then the other LA team's not even in the playoffs with Jalen Ramsey sitting at home.
Yeah, Jalen's gonna be sitting at home just wishing he was on the Jaguars.
I mean, obviously they got a ring, whatever. Fuck them.
They-
Continue.
They rank 30th in the NFL in passing
They have one of the
yards.
worst offenses in the league. They have no offensive line. Josh Allen's going to show up this weekend. I'm calling it right now. Chaseon's going to have an improvement. Trayvon Walker's going for 2 sacks. This game is going to be
Whoa, wait. I got to write all this down.
I'm telling. Okay, Trayvon Walker 2 sacks. Josh Allen steps up and actually performs, and Chaseon will actually contribute something.
I mean, Josh Allen had that strip sack in the last game too.
Yes. So this defense has got to go after Josh Dobbs and
I think, yeah,
let Henry run for 150. I don't care.
that he did in the
Because-
first thing.
Exactly. Like if the Jags lose, it better be because of Josh Dobbs somehow turning into Peyton Manning in this last week.
I think the only way they do lose is we continue to turn the ball over on offense, and
I don't even think that's even a big
it's
deal.
It's not a big deal. I'm just saying that's I feel
As
like
of
that.
late, no, it's
that
not been.
I mean,
Etienne will fumble, though.
Well,
Etienne will have a fumble.
if we look
Let's
back,
just hope he recovers
you know,
it.
well, let's look back at the last game. Trevor didn't start off too hot. He threw it high, threw an interception against the Jets too. The first drive fumbled. Our defense held them to 3 on that. So I think the defense has stepped up, and the offense, like, they've done well enough to win, obviously. But
As for the defense stepping up, I would base it on the fact that they played 2 bad offenses
Well,
back
correct.
to back, and now it's about to be 3 straight offenses back to back to back.
But my point was that Trevor still threw an interception and had a fumble deep in the other side's team.
Yeah.
And like that can't happen against Tennessee, because that's the only way they'll stay in this game is if we have some turnovers in their side of the field. You know, Henry scores, you know, that's just that would be the worst thing in my opinion, is the offense is just dropping the ball like they have early in the season or turning it all over. Those are the issues they've had. Those are why we lost the games.
Agreed. I think the one guy to look for is who Mike mentioned last time we played them, Okonkwo.
yeah, he had a touchdown on us.
That's the only
Shu
target
Okonkwo.
that I really think that, especially with a new quarterback, he's going to target the tight end. And I think that
And then today,
Just
Treylon
lock 'em
Burks had a groin injury in practice, so he was limited.
knock on wood, but we've had some good luck on the injury front. Everyone practiced today except for the long snapper, Mastic, or whatever his name is.
Masick, yeah, Ross
something like that.
Masick.
Yeah, he's the only one who didn't practice today, but he seems to be okay. Trevor even practiced with his toe. What is up with his toe?
He's
Does
got
anybody
one.
know?
It was that injury.
It's gonna
But,
be
I
hurt.
mean,
It's
like-
gonna be hurt until off season.
Like, is it
That's what
strained? Is it turf toe? Is it he
No,
just needs to
Who
chop
gives a
his
damn
toe
as long
off?
as he plays?
I'm just curious.
It's probably a
I mean,
ligament. I'm just guessing.
I wonder
and
which
assuming.
toe it is.
I think we'll go back to the Lions game and
Oh,
watch.
they said which toe it was?
Well, if you go to the Lions game, the injury happened in that game.
Well, yeah, I remember, but I mean, that was we thought he died, and then they said
Well,
it was
he
a
was holding
toe
his like
injury.
right side, wasn't he? Like he was holding it up here, so that's why it made it seem like an injury.
But I mean,
worse
could it
than
have been
was.
like big toe, pinky toe?
I'm assuming big toe.
What if it was pinky toe?
I mean, I feel like big toe is what you would need the most to throw, and that's why
Big
there's
toe,
big
pinky
concern.
toe, index toe. Don't care. Jags by 35.
What you're supposed to say by Jags by 40 though.
Yeah,
They
make it-
it's
who
supposed to
cares?
rhyme.
You got the meme wrong, dumbass.
Who cares? Jags will win by I almost said triple digits. We'll
Dang.
we'll win by. They'll put a 50 burger this
60.
weekend.
50, bro. Wow.
How confident are you gonna put money on this game?
Who says I haven't?
Yeah. Well, are you gonna put more on it? Are you,
Well, on what, the spread? I will put money on the spread. Yes.
Well, last meeting it was 36-22 was the final score. I don't think they scored 22. I think we could score more than 36. I want a classic beat.
I want
Yeah.
to obliterate this team. We
Yeah.
have not beaten the Titans twice in the same season
How nice would it be to sweep
since
them?
2005.
Close
It's been
enough.
17 years. We have 17 years of frustration on this damn fucking franchise.
That's a kid that graduated from high school.
Yeah.
I was 17 when I graduated.
And that's actually the only time. Oh, I'm sorry, in 97 too. We've only swept them twice in franchise history. They've swept us 1, 2, 3, 4,
So Tom and Jack each done it once.
9 times.
How many times did Jeff Fisher do it?
7 to 9.
Oh, no, they did it 6 times. Sorry. 99, 2002, 2003, 2008. Jesus.
I'm not freaking going 7 and 9.
Fisher was there. Fisher was there from 95 to 2010.
So 96. I'm sorry, 99. He swept us, beat us in the playoffs. That fucking cuck. 2002, 2003, 2008, 2000. That's it. Yeah.
He is the USFL head coach for the Michigan Panthers now.
So yeah, I think the Jaguars are putting up 50 points on them this weekend.
Early NBA update: Magic take an early 2-0 lead over the Thunder.
Speaking of toe injuries,
1 minute
Markelle Fultz
deep in
when
the
he
first
went out
quarter.
for a while with that.
Speaking of the match, well, before so
This game's so exciting though.
I want to
read my article.
I want to talk to Keith about the Magic real quick.
Okay.
Hit me.
If anyone has not gone on dimesonduval.com, go check out Keith's article on the suspensions that were given out to half the Magic players.
More than half the Magic players.
Y'all are like the Titans of basketball.
Did you read it? It was a 2-minute read.
Hang on. Did you see the video?
I did not. I didn't. I still saw like someone saying it was compared to Malice in the Palace.
It is not even close to that.
We're pulling it up over here.
It is not close to that at all. It was it was a little cheap shot by Mo for the hip check, but it should not have been. It's not even close to Malice in the Palace. Malice in the Palace was an egregious fight between fans and athletes.
I just pulled up the link for Skylar to watch while he watches that. You will get it all in my read. It's only a 2-minute read, but it's just really me venting my frustrations.
Oh yeah, I remember him getting knocked out.
Yeah, he literally fell down because that hit is not legal in any sport that I've ever watched ever. Not fighting, I don't think of it. I think that's the worst sport for it. Like, you can't do that in boxing, you can't do that in MMA, you can't do that in anything. You can't hit a guy in the back of the head.
Street fighting.
That's not a sport. That's just scary.
Yeah.
But it was so scary because he
I thought he
been injured.
I thought he was blacked out. Like he was
Me too.
out. Like he was
Me too.
out.
I think the worst of it all is Franz Wagner. His younger brother gets suspended for walking. He didn't even, you know how the coaches have the lines that they're supposed to stay in between?
Yeah.
He didn't even get all the way past those lines.
He left the bench.
And he gets suspended. Oh, because he left the bench.
I think that rule is so stupid. Especially if it happens in front of another bench. Like
they can do it in baseball. Why can't they do it in basketball?
Basketball is also very archaic with their rules. Although,
baseball might be the most archaic with their rules,
but at least they'll let them fight.
Yeah,
because that's archaic.
I just think that it's just really, really stupid. I think it needs to be reviewed, and I think there needs to be some changes made because, for God's sakes, Mo Bamba, as Mike so affectionately coins.
That's the correct way to pronounce his name.
Mo Bamba got in there and was like, making a little bit of a ruckus. Sure, suspend that guy. But for Franz and some of these other guys that were literally checking to make sure that their guy didn't get killed or knocked out cold, screw that. The NBA is stupid. NFL is stupid.
Did you
NBA.
see how Mo missed the game the other day because he was sick and his suspension actually starts today?
Yeah, they said it started today.
I'm like, that is so annoying. Like, he's missing 2 games. Fuck off.
Hey, good. And just bring J.I. back, and then he doesn't have to play anymore.
Yeah, he'll tear his ACL again.
That's a whole nother mess. Jalen Suggs is apparently ahead of him in coming back, which I just don't understand.
J.I. is supposed to come back this week, isn't he?
No.
Suggs
probably will.
I swear I thought I saw J.I.S. coming back this week.
We all thought that. He started practicing again. He was a full participant in practice. You're just loud, dude. That's all it is.
I mean, I don't know why.
You can't keep turning yourself down, or I won't be able to hear you at all.
I swear, I feel like the feedback is off, but who cares?
Whatever. I'll check with it afterwards. But anyway, I did want to mention though for you again, Mike. I'm sorry, Skylar, but FSU.
10-win season. We're going to the playoff next year. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But no, you said 2025, right?
But they have a very good shot at winning the ACC next year.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I don't think Clemson is nearly as good as they were.
Cade Klubnik does not look good.
Mm-mm.
Miami is still trash and forever will be trash.
Are you sure?
Yes. North Carolina is going to be very interesting.
End of 2025 season, they'll be in the playoffs again. That's what you said.
Well, I wonder if I said that before or after the announced expansion.
You said 11-15-22.
Yeah,
I wrote the date, so we can look that
That
up.
was after the expansion. I'm going to go ahead and adjust that. Well,
No.
keep
Keep it for now.
keep it. But yeah, I think if Florida State wins the ACC next year, they're going to be in the playoff.
Bold predictions.
Well, you have.
Who are the other 3 team?
I mean, it's hard not to say Georgia right now, just because Georgia has been in it.
They're the best
last
team in the
couple
country.
years, and
Mm-hmm.
you throw in.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to say Georgia's not making it next year.
Ooh.
I'm going to say LSU's making it.
Whoa.
It's going to be. I'm just going to say.
Don't we start the season with LSU again?
Yes.
Oh.
Shit, let's beat them again.
Let's beat them again. Let's see.
Playoff rematch. That's gonna be a natty preview.
It could. I mean, look. Whoever wins that game is going to be in very good consideration going down the line. Whoever
Of course.
loses, if they just win their conference, they should be in.
Yeah.
If they win out, they should be in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have
LSU.
Michigan and Ohio State, just because the Big Ten. I feel like one of them would be there. No, neither of them.
Penn State.
That's it.
Penn State.
Yeah,
Okay.
they played really well.
I
at
think this
Rose
is the
Bowl.
next year will be the year Penn State's going to go in.
Penn State's defense played really well. Their
Their
offense
offense
only
is-
played well after Utah's quarterback got knocked out of the game. But
These are my
I didn't
4
even
teams.
watch.
It's
I
going
just
to
saw the
be
scores.
it's going to be Penn State, LSU, Florida State, and then I'm going to go with
Tulane.
USC. Completely different
God.
4.
Yeah, I don't think to USC would. Well, wait.
USC beats them,
South Carolina, USC. Yes. Yeah.
No.
I agree with
Southern
that.
Cal.
Beamer
for
Bowl.
anyone wanted to make sure that I
I don't see USC. They just beat
No.
themselves up to Pac.
That's what
12 is just a mess.
They just lost to Tulane. My playoff prediction.
No, my thing is with USC, Cam Rising's done. Am I wrong on that? I think he might be done at Utah.
Well,
He should be because he keeps killing himself.
Yeah, well. So, I mean, this is just obviously right now in January 2023.
you don't think Oregon wins the Pac-12?
No, Oregon's a joke every year. I have a meme in my phone where it's the letter O
Mhm.
and it says "verrated" because they're
Ah.
always overrated every year.
Have you had that
He's
since
a
that y'all
junior.
beat
Damn,
Mariota?
he's coming back. Then never mind. I might not have to
It
pick.
doesn't say that he's coming back. It just says I'm just saying he's a
Well,
junior.
he probably definitely wants to come back with like being back-to-back Pac-12 champions. You know, they were
Yeah, that's the other thing.
They were
USC
probably,
can't beat them.
they were one loss
Yeah.
away. If they beat Florida, they were probably in the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely.
So I mean,
They should have beat them. I mean,
their only loss was who? UCLA maybe. Or-
they had 3
Utah.
total losses. They
they
lost
ended
to
up 3.
Florida, Penn State
Oh,
in
and
the
that
bowl
okay,
game,
okay, okay.
obviously.
So yeah.
Oh wait, no. They had Oregon and UCLA. They lost to those two
Okay.
teams.
Okay. So I mean, Oregon is still a good team in the Pac-12.
I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting. Again, this is January 4th, 2023. I'm just saying
Yeah.
this, but things
Yeah.
are gonna change in August. I'll give
I'm
a
all
better.
for it, dude. I'm all for it.
I'll
I'd
get-
like to see some new
How
teams
about
in
this?
there.
Mark this down for when we record in August. I'll give my
Let's
playoff preview.
Let's each give 4
Hang
playoff
on.
teams right now.
I like that idea. Right now or in August?
Right now.
Playoffs for 2023-2024 season.
23-24 season. Yeah.
Go for it.
I think it's gonna be. This is. I feel like I'm gonna change this, but I'm gonna say Florida State. I'm just gonna go back to Georgia. I'm taking LSU out.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
taking Georgia. I'm taking Georgia in, taking LSU out because I forgot they were playing week 1.
Okay.
So Florida State, Georgia, USC, Penn State. We're gonna have 3. We're gonna have 2 new teams in there again this year.
So we have to do ours too.
No, well, I think you guys should do it.
I'll put mine down. I'll go with Penn State too from the Big Ten.
I think they're a good team. Michigan's gonna lose their head coach probably.
I'm gonna go out of the SEC. Let's see. I'm gonna go Alabama at SEC again.
Fair.
Um,
You gonna go
Pac-12. I'm gonna go.
I mean, you know how you can go with the double SEC.
Oh, I
You can go,
I understand
TCU
that.
again. You could,
I understand that. I probably will go double SEC with Texas.
They don't start in the SEC.
Is that
next year.
okay?
It's
So
2
the-
years from now.
2024.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then put Texas down anyways, because
Oh.
they got what Brock Ewers coming back, right?
And what's
Quinn
his name?
Ewers,
Arch
Quinn
Manning?
Ewers and Archie
Yeah.
Manning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I think they're dark horse probably.
All right. Penn State, Bama, Texas.
Oh gosh, those are good.
It's not easy.
No, I know. And honestly, let's put Utah going in.
All right.
Because
This is fun. I like this because they're all different. All right. Wait, what's today's date?
it's like Desmond Howard has like Illinois.
He had Texas A&M in there.
Vanderbilt.
All right. Shit, pressure's on. My first one, I'm going to UGA. UGA is going
Xavier.
back. 1953
By
Salad
the
Bowl
way-
champs, baby.
I'm just saying this. Sleeper to win the national championship in basketball, Xavier. So just, I know Scott will
I'll
be
take
happy
it.
to hear that.
I'll take it.
I might put a future on that. We'll
Did you see that the TikTok of the guy? It was Xavier versus Florida, and the Florida guy literally was grabbing Zach
you sent
Fremantle's.
that. Yeah. You saw, yeah, it was
Grabbing his junk, and
he
it's
was
like
D'ing it up.
he's literally looking like, what is this guy doing? So anyway, back to this. All right, UGA. I hate this. I'm putting Ohio State back in.
You're so sick.
I hate you.
I hate it too. I don't want it, but I'm putting them in.
Well, wait,
'cause-
so they're losing their quarterback. You think they're gonna be back? I mean,
You know how many times they've lost
Yeah.
their quarterback, and you
Yeah.
know,
Well,
remember
because
when they
it's-
went to their third string quarterback?
well, that's
and
where
went
I
to the
think Penn
and
State.
won?
That was because of coaching, and this coach sucks.
That's where I think Mike and I can agree that
Actually,
Penn
I
State
agree, too.
probably will just be slightly better than Ohio State this season.
I think Penn State's got the better coach.
Yeah.
Ryan Day is a terrible coach. He's going to be fired next
He's
year.
a loser.
Once
I
they
don't like
once they lose to Michigan next year, he's going to get fired.
Everyone wants to see an Ohio State Michigan rematch. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, I was so over that.
He said that's what he wanted.
My
a
one
national
regret
championship.
last week was when the playoff was getting closer. The odds for TCU to win the national championship was plus 1,400.
Oh, boy.
I almost put some money on TCU just because those odds are so beautiful.
That is actually really good.
What are
Now
they
it's like I don't know, but it's gonna be like plus maybe 600.
So who wins Monday?
Oh, we won't record that. I got Georgia winning, but I think TCU keeps it close.
Georgia.
Give me TCU.
Back to back Georgia. Well, TCU. I'm gonna go TCU as well.
I just think Georgia's gonna win. TCU keeps it close. It's a 14-point spread. I took all 14
man.
points.
I know my boys don't listen, so it's okay. I'm sick of Georgia fans. They're annoying. They're getting cocky, and it's getting on my nerves.
Do you blame them, man? I would be cocky too if you're going to two straight
I get
national
it,
championship
but
games.
they were like, there was a couple of them that were like saying like Michigan sucks and stuff like that. It's like, dude, they still made the playoffs. They don't suck.
I mean, they also won by 1 point, so they're lucky.
yeah. But
Wait, what? Wait, Georgia bring up Michigan? You mean Georgia bring up Ohio State?
No, they were talking shit about Michigan in that game.
They didn't play Ohio State, or they didn't play Michigan.
Michigan was in the playoff though.
That's
During their
Oh,
game,
okay.
we were talking, and then another friend,
Who is it?
a family member,
Oh,
was saying something like, "Oh, you ready for us to go back to back again? We're just the best." And it's like, "Oh, dude, pump the brakes. You haven't even won yet." This was before they won their first game. I was like,
TCU
"You haven't
has the
even won
best
yet."
uniforms, anyways.
I hope.
Hey,
Look, I
purple's
hope
where it's at.
I hope TCU does win because it'd be very nice to see a non-top 10 recruiting school win it, and it gives other schools hope. It really does. That'd be nuts if TCU does win the national championship.
I
'Cause
mean-
we have not had a team that is like lower in the recruiting rankings be as good as they are like TCU is in their at least in their first year under Sonny Dykes. But I
yeah.
really hope TCU wins, but I just think Georgia will win the game.
I'm not like a fan of TCU, but I've never rooted against them ever since like they've made runs with Andy Dalton back in the day. Like they're fun to watch back then too, and like their uniforms, like I mentioned, I love the uniform, especially when they do that like tinge of red for like that blood.
That is pretty cool.
Horn frog bleeds.
All right, Keith, we stalled enough for you.
Dude, I know. I've been
I love
scrolling.
I love
and
the
I have
hypno
no idea.
frog stuff too that they're doing from.
All right,
pick
I'm gonna
4
say
teams and we can wrap it up.
I'm gonna say that
forgot you were still picking.
they break the mold. Utah breaks through, and they're gonna make it.
So wait, who are your teams so far?
UGA, Ohio State, and Utah.
Pick a 4th team. We're gonna change this in August. I'm changing.
You
my
know what?
plan on
And
this.
I hate them. No, I can't pick them. No, I can't.
You said Ohio State, USC, or Utah, and who?
Hey, you know what? Throw me a wild card. Give me Purdue.
Purdue. What? Be real. Do pick Iowa at least.
No, I'm picking Purdue. Purdue went. They were
Okay,
8-6. They weren't
I
great,
mean-
but I mean they won the West. You never know what could happen, man.
Mike's face.
Don't look at me, Mike.
Oh, hey, hold on, take a picture.
No. Hang on. Rewind and pick again.
Hey, okay, their quarterback was pretty good before he got hurt.
I don't care. Rewind and pick again. Purdue's never making the playoff.
Pick Maryland. I mean,
No, they're never making the playoff. They're taking checks to get those
I wanted
L's.
Penn State.
They
but you
got
already said it.
Tagovailoa.
He's going to the draft too.
Oh, okay.
I'm scratching out Purdue because you're making fun of me.
Just go with Clemson or
UNC even.
UNC. I mean, that's a
Actually-
dark horse. They get their star quarterback back.
Oh, he's coming back.
You can go Texas A&M.
Stop,
Go
stop,
Miami.
stop.
That's a good one.
Shit. No, you'll make fun of me for that too. I was just gonna say.
Who?
I was gonna say Tulane.
But you go with Colorado, like you said earlier.
Ew, no,
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 no.
Deion.
no. I'm just gonna say Penn State.
Or Oregon. Go Oregon like Skylar said.
No.
Who?
Because I already have Utah coming
Wait,
out
who
of the
did you
pack.
say?
Penn State.
Oh, God. Now Penn State's definitely not making it. All three
Well,
of us
all
picked
three,
them.
yeah.
I know. I didn't. That was the one I originally thought of, but you guys went first, so I was like,
Well, I mean,
shit, I gotta
so-
think of something different.
So is Penn State going to be like top 5 favorite going into next season?
I can tell you.
Okay.
No, I don't know if it's going to be
They went
available.
11-2 this past year.
Their
for
two
those that are
losses were to
wondering.
Michigan and Ohio State.
Yep.
Mm.
And
They lost
Michigan,
one
they
of
got
them.
smacked.
Yeah,
but
Ohio
Ohio
State,
State was pretty close.
They usually play Ohio State pretty well.
Sean Clifford,
He's gone.
he is gone, but he had a good season.
Let's see. 2024 national championship odds are out, and they are not. So it
Eh,
won't happen
whatever.
until probably.
Where
morning.
are the top 4 right now?
I can't see.
Oh,
they're not. They're not out yet.
I gotcha.
Well, we actually have some extra time, and I wanted to go over a video that I saw about things to do in Jacksonville. Is that okay, or should
That
I cut
works.
it off? Okay.
I mean, what's there to do besides
So this-
the game Saturday?
This is from Stuff to Do in Jacksonville, and it goes month by month. And I want to see if you guys agree that these things are the best thing of the month.
Okay.
You don't have to think of something else. You just got to be like, oh, well, I agree that would be a cool event. So this is going for 2023. First one. This one's, I think, a good one. Night of Lights in St. Augustine.
So that's for January?
Yeah, which it runs all through January. I think it's the better time to go because it's really crowded in December.
That's true.
I've actually already gone, but
Yeah, me too.
I think it's a cool event. Can you think of anything else in January that would be better?
Jaguars home playoff game and Jaguars at the bank.
Boom.
There you go. There you go. And I would agree with that too. February is World of Nations.
Yes, I've been to World of Nations
That's nice.
before.
I love the food.
It is a good event, so I agree with that. March, can you guess this one, Skylar?
I'm guessing it's like St. Patrick's Day.
No,
TPC.
Think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yep, the Players Championship.
You know
is
you
from
gave it
March.
away when you asked Skylar.
That's why I was
directly.
asking him. I thought he was going to get it.
Well, see, when you bring me into it, like my brain turns off golf, I guess, because otherwise I'm thinking golf about it prior.
Fair. Yeah, so TPC is March. Then you go into April, Jack's River Jams. Did you guys ever go to those?
No.
Those were pretty cool.
Is that like the concert at the
something,
landing
yeah.
or whatever?
At the quote-unquote landing, yeah. May is the Jazz Fest. Amazing.
Just
Worth
play the
going
right
to.
notes.
Jazz is awesome. I don't care what you guys think.
No, I like jazz. I have a god brother who actually plays in the jazz clubs up in New York. He's actually really like a professional jazz player
Hell yeah.
up in New York. So
Mad props. Okay. June, it just is generic. It just says Jumbo Shrimp Games.
yeah,
Thirsty Thursdays.
Yeah, Thursdays
There's
are
4
always a
of
good
them in
time.
June.
There are 4.
Maybe
And-
sometimes
well,
5.
Are there? Do they play every week at home?
Well, I'm just saying there's that many Thursdays. They probably only get 2 Thirsty Thursdays a
Mhm.
month, 2 to 3, depending on like if you get back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. July, they have the fireworks celebration for the 4th of July, which makes sense. August, Jaguar season kicks off.
It's my birthday.
Still not
August.
like when I like to go to games, but
the
I
hottest.
get it. Yeah.
I think it's better to go to like training camp, and if that's going on, if they allow it,
That's fair. I do like training camp. That is fun. I remember getting a ton of autographs as a kid going.
it's really fun.
September, Jacksonville Taco and Tequila Festival.
Didn't you say you went to that one year?
Mm-mm. I was
Oh.
thinking about going this past year. Actually, I
guess.
heard it was kind of overrated.
That's what I've heard too.
Kind of pricey.
That's
kind
also
of
what I've
just
heard.
like
Pricey for below average tacos.
and nowhere to like sit,
Mm.
and that's
No
frustrating.
bueno.
Especially with tacos. If you have a beer in your hand or a margarita or whatever in your hand, how are you supposed to
Cerveza.
hold the taco and the Yeah, it just sounds like a mess. October is Georgia, Florida, or Florida, Georgia.
No 13th floor action.
It's funny. I looked that up separately, and that was one of the things I was going to say for October, because apparently that's a huge thing. I've never gone.
I mean, I understand Florida, Georgia, but I feel like if we're catering this list towards locals, 13th floor is something that's more desirable for locals.
By the way, that may not be a thing in Jackson any longer, so we'll see.
Yeah,
Florida, Georgia, that is.
Oh, God. I was like, wait, did someone die in the 13th floor or something?
No. I'm saying that may not be a thing.
Well, we don't want to think about that. That's sad. November is Porch Fest, which I doubt you guys have done.
I've heard of
you've
it.
done that?
I've not done it, but I've heard of it.
Have you heard of that, Mike?
What?
Porch Fest.
Check out people's porches.
I've heard of the concept, yeah.
It's in Springfield.
That's where I assumed it would be, personally.
Yeah.
Like San Marco area.
Yeah, it's in Springfield,
Only
and
places with
basically it's
porches.
live music, food, fun, all kinds of stuff, and it's just like it says in the name, just go across from porch to porch to see what's going on. It's a great event that I want to go to this year, so if you want to go, Skylar, let's go.
What month is that? November?
November, yeah.
Okay, just remind me.
Yeah, and then December, it was just generic, like Christmas lights, dazzling lights is what it says. Those are okay, I guess.
Yeah. When's the Gate River Run? Is that April?
I will tell you because I've done it 3 times and I have pictures from each of them where I almost
He's
died.
done it. He doesn't remember what it is.
I've done it once, but I think that's also something that locals need to do.
It's in March.
It's tough, but it's something that
I'm good.
Good.
I'll pass on it again. I'm never doing that again.
Three was enough for you. The first 2 didn't.
Yeah, 3 is good.
You're still on the fence after the first 2.
I have no desire to do it anymore.
Yeah.
But what made you do it 3? Like you did it once, you're like, I'll do it again, and you did it a second time, and you're like, maybe one more time, and the third time you're like, you know what? Actually, it's not for me.
To be fair, the 2 times prior, I did do it before my ankle surgery, and the third time after my ankle surgery, I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing it.
I gotcha.
That's fair. That's fair. Some other things that weren't mentioned on there, which just, I mean, these are kind of month or year-round things. Going to the Cummer, going to the zoo, which is always better when it's cooler out, but it's always a fun one.
The Cummer's so beautiful, and the zoo is very nice. Always upgrading.
Caddyshack Ranch.
I've never been there. No.
We actually, when I worked at the Chick-fil-A by the airport, we had people that worked there come through, and it's pretty cool seeing like.
They brought the tigers.
They do like night feeding tours and stuff like that, so you can feed them.
Oh,
have you ever heard of that, Mike?
No.
It's a wildlife sanctuary with like tigers and lions and stuff like that are like hurt, so they kind of like help rehab them and stuff like that to get them back out in the wild. But it's like you can feed them and stuff, which is, I don't know, I think really cool.
Yeah, I wish with Trevor Lawrence's Adidas deal, they would have like Jaguars themed jumpsuits.
Oh yeah, it's jumpsuit January.
Part of my take.
Dang.
Oh, is that a thing?
That's they do every year.
I want an Adidas jumpsuit, one with Jaguar print. I want a teal one, a black one, and a white one with like.
Hey, speaking of teal end zones this weekend.
Teal out.
Oh shit, is it really?
Yeah.
They're wearing teal, so
all teal. Everything.
Oh, they're wearing all teal. Oh shit, I didn't even see that. I didn't check
they
the uniform
announced it
tracker.
on Tuesday, I think.
Dang, I'm behind. I
Yeah,
usually retweet
normally
that
it's on
from our
Wednesday,
account.
so it's like
they posted the poll on Monday for everyone to vote. Everyone voted. I voted teal on black personally.
Here's
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I was thinking that look. Honestly.
I like teal on black.
I love that color combination.
I don't love teal on teal. I think it's a little much.
I think there needs to be some division within the uniform to make it work. Otherwise, yeah, like I mean,
They
it's
need
just
some more white or something in there.
Yeah, but
gold.
I do want to ask this question: what are y'all's thoughts on Saturday night versus Sunday night?
I'm fine with it. I mean, no matter what, if they put Sunday, Titans will have more rest than Saturday. Doesn't matter. That doesn't bother me.
Oh, you're thinking that way. I'm thinking about my own personal life.
I don't give a damn.
I guess I'll be tired either way, but
okay, would you rather be working the day after that game, being miserable, or have a day to relax, just watch football all day Sunday, don't worry about misery?
Day off after.
Yeah, but if some people can't afford to take time off.
And then
he asked
think
me. He didn't ask everybody else.
I also think one perspective that is good is, we could have gotten a Saturday playoff game. So now we will be the only team with a full week. Kansas City plays Saturday. They'll have a week and a day, 2 weeks in a day.
Or maybe, or
that's what my point. Yeah, they'll get like 2 weeks in a day, most likely. with the
I'm
6th.
personally fine with Saturday. I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Good teams will deal with whatever.
Well,
I didn't like it at first, but it's okay with me now.
I think as long as we got one of the night games, I think it's dumb that the Packers got Sunday night.
I'm not
But-
surprised.
I'm not surprised. I just think it's dumb. But
It'll be fine, especially if Seattle loses. It'll be a win and in.
yeah, but if
For
Seattle
either
wins,
team.
it's
Yeah.
pointless, right?
No, if Seattle wins, Green Bay still is winning in. If Green Bay wins, they're in.
But Detroit will be eliminated.
Detroit will be
Seattle.
eliminated. So no matter what, there's a team that has playoff implication. Now, if Seattle loses on Sunday, then Detroit, Green Bay, the winner is in the playoffs.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Thank you for clarifying that because I wasn't sure.
But yeah,
But
I mean,
Seattle's not losing to the Jalen Ramsey Rams.
I just hate the fact. I mean, the only thing that's bad about Saturday night is that with Joe Buck, and I'm not a fan of Joe Buck.
I don't give a crap.
I love Joe Buck. So
I just know I'm going to watch these highlights, and it's either going to be Frank Frangie or Joe Buck calling the plays.
I'd rather Joe Buck than
I'm-
Frank Frangie.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I would rather.
Infinity times.
I'm just saying, I'd rather Al. You know.
Al Michaels?
Yeah.
Well, Al Michaels on
no.
Amazon Prime, so you wouldn't have gone.
Well,
there.
no, he's Sunday night still too,
No,
isn't
he's
he? Or
not.
Mike Tirico's
Yeah,
does it.
Mike
no?
Tirico.
So
Mike
that's
Tirico's
even
fine.
that's
Al
even
Michaels
better.
stinks now.
Mike Tirico's even better. So
Yeah, Al Michaels is past his prime. I'm good on him. Yeah, but just no Frangie. I'm good.
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying like that when they do the sounds of the games. on the reviews.
he fires it in and it's caught for a touchdown, Jaguars. It's like, man, is somebody
You like
choking
that?
you?
Or what would he say? He's like, how do you like that?
How
Or
do you
what?
like that? It's also like, oh, he's throwing it.
He's also
and
like
it's
70, so
caught.
I mean, that's,
Or he's
that's
like-
a good
yeah.
comparison. Yeah, that was a good mock of him.
well, listen. If you listen to the game,
He doesn't
at
even
any
tell you the
point,
yard line that caught it at.
He doesn't, and he says fires every time he throws the ball.
Yeah.
It could be a dump off.
After
He
you
could say
told me
fires,
that, I think
fires.
a few weeks ago we were watching we were recording. I don't know if Skylar was there, or we were. I don't know why I remember you telling me that, and I cannot stop hearing it. It just says fires, fires, fires.
It's like not every pass is fired in.
Get Scott to call the games for the Jags.
Oh,
That'd
hey,
be cool.
I'll make the call. Yeah, I've got the connections. But well, we appreciate you guys tuning in with us for the first time in 2023. We have 84 episodes in. Oh, and we are sponsored by Nerdy Nuts, since I failed to mention that. They actually just did their flavor announcement, or they're doing it right now at 7:30. I have some flavors I still need to try that are sitting on my counter. But if you don't already, get your Nerdy Nuts. Use code DIMES10 to get 10% off your purchase. And follow us on social, because, yeah, we're going to, or at least I'm going to try and make a TikTok this weekend. And
I'm
hopefully get that
also
out
gonna
there.
try to get like some tailgate like perspectives, maybe like.
Hey, dude, if you're just walking around, hit some people up. Just be like, hey, I'm Skyler with Times on Duval. And then we can try and maybe get them a sticker or something. I don't know. I don't think they're going to come in time. Oh, wait, no one was supposed to know that. Anyway, this has been episode 84. This has been Dimes on Duval. For Mike Yazji and Skylar Chase, I am Keith Manzi signing off.
Well, first, pack the bank Saturday night.
I think it's already packed, but yeah, and it's gonna be
Pack it.
nothing but Jags fans.
God, I'm ready.
No Titans fans want to watch this.
Yeah, no. All right, to wrap it up, Cam Smith,
Oh,
cornerback.
golfer.
No, Cam Smith, cornerback, South Carolina.